In this activity, you'll make a mini book called a pamphlet using a pamphlet stitch. This demonstrates a technique that falls on the simple end of book conservation treatments performed at the library. For the activity, you need paper for a text block, basically your internal pages, decorative paper for a cover that's at least 2 inches longer than your text block paper, thick thread, here you'll see waxed thread used, a large needle, a sturdy sewing needle can be used, a ruler or a straight edge, or a bone folder, which is a tool used to make creases, but you can also use your finger or any other straight edge. Before you begin, you'll want to take the sheets of paper that you'll use for your pages, your text block, and fold them in half hamburger style and create a strong crease along the edge. Fold your cover page the same way, hamburger style, over your pages. Then you'll want to create a guide for hole punching called a jig from a piece of cardstock that's the same height as your text block. You'll want to cut out a small wedge, a ½ inch from each end and one at the very center. Then align the jig with your text block or pages and use your needle to poke a hole through the pages, and do the same with your cover. Once you've completed that, you can begin. You'll want to thread your needle, and you'll notice you're just going to create a single knot at the top. You're not going to double your thread over. So thread your needle, and then align your text block or internal pages with your cover sheet. And here you'll see the pre-punched holes that you created using your jig. Align the holes, then open your pages from the center, and from the outside, run your needle through the center hole, through the middle on the inside. Pull your thread, leaving a little bit out on the outside of your pamphlet. You'll use that to tie off at the end. Then run your needle through one of the holes toward one edge of your book. Pull it through to the outside. And then on the exterior, on the cover, run your needle through the final stitch on the other end of the book. And using your pre-punched holes to make it easier, you pull the needle through. Make sure that you leave a little bit of the thread on the outside to tie off. Then through the center, run your needle back through the center hole and have one piece of thread on either side of that center stitch on the outside, so you can tie your knot over that center stitch to secure it. So here, you'll cut off your extra thread and tie a square knot, a double knot, over your center stitch. And when you're done, you can either trim your thread or use it to add beads or buttons to decorate the outside of your pamphlet or mini book. Here you'll see we've just decided to trim the pieces. So now you will open your book and fold down the covers. So you'll use a straight edge and align it with the interior pages, your text block. And then here you see a bone folder, but you can just use your finger or a ruler or other straight edge to create a crease. Remove your straight edge on the inside and fold it over. Now if you want to, you can paste one of the first or last page to each side of the cover, the inside of the cover, to create a more formal cover page, or you can just fold the cover pages down. So here again, you'll align your straight edge with the end of the pages, your text block, make a crease, remove your straight edge, and then, again, using your ruler or your finger, or in this case, the bone folder, fold the crease over, and now you can decorate the outside and write a story within.